So we're like 100 miles into our drive to Buffalo. That's gonna be our first city that we're stopping at. We're gonna see Niagara Falls. I'm gonna see it for the first time. Then we're gonna be finding a camp spot that's like a little bit east of Rochester. So should be about 6 hours of driving today. Ew, pursue your happiness. Just crossed over the border into New York, and we just calculated 12 mpg.
What did we have before? Your record was like 8.
My record before was 9.9.
Nice.
It's unreal.
Shattering records.
It's a day for the record books.
100 miles an hour in the fast lane.
There are so many vineyards in this area that are like right up against the lake.
Lake Erie Concord grape something. It's
Dude,
the Concord
we should
grapes.
get a bottle.
They're freaks for the Concord grape. The least sought after grape for human consumption. But the seagulls in New York are very distressed. Very distressed.
Like any waterfall you've seen, it's not gonna compare. It's fine.
You are here.
Okay, we're there.
We gotta go that
We gotta go all the way over there. We gotta get up there. We gotta get up there somehow. That's the spot to be. The overlook closes in 5 minutes. Thank you so much.
Thank you, man. Excuse me. Welcome our side.
That's unreal. I can't believe I've never seen this before. We just made it. Like the staff just came over and kicked us out, told it was time to go. We barely made it with 5 minutes left. Check that out. You see that?
Is that a?
What is that?
Is that a Ford Econoline 350
I think
with a
so,
Canadian
man. I think
conversion?
so.
It doesn't have to be like this. It doesn't have to be like.
Make like a tree and get out of here? All right, we're at our attempted camp spot. And I say attempted because we don't know if we're gonna get a knock. Someone tells us that we can't be here.
Hopefully no overzealous rangers.
We set up the van, we're closing all the curtains. I think we'll be all right for the night. What do you guys think?
Showtime.
Good morning. Slept all right last night. We didn't get kicked out, and that's about as much as we could ask for. We're gonna go outside, see this place in the daylight. There it goes. We're putting on the micro spikes so we can walk out on the water break to see the lighthouse.
Watch it roll, baby.
Cannot so bananas Foster. I don't think we have the clearance for this bridge.
Dude, slow down.
I'm not sure we got the clearance, man. Duck,
dude,
everyone duck.
dude.
Duck, put your head down. Oh, thank God. So don't give a word. So don't give a word. Dude, Friday. It's supposed to be sunny. Like all day, it says.
Really?
Oh, until 2 p.m. Then it gets cloudy. Well, this is right when we're going to be summiting.
Not tomorrow.
It's going to get very cold. 11 degrees at 7 a.m.
To slip it down of Lake Placid. It is the place where the people gather for the snow and the mountaineering activities.
We just showed up to the primitive camping site and we're like 0.8 miles away from the Adirondack Lodge where we're going to be starting. It's kind of like the trailhead for Marcy. We're waiting for Josh to show up and then stay the night and get an early start at 4:30. Are we waking up at 4:30?
No sleep.
We made it. How do you feel? I feel pretty good about the way we performed today. You know, we went out there, we gave it our all. Our defense was a little lacking, but you know what? We'll practice that and we'll get back out there on the court. We'll make the real thing happen. You know, come the day of, I think we're all ready. We all trained. We're prepared. We got the tools, the resources. Overall, it's just a great way to stay in shape.
Great way to stay in shape.
Thanks, Doris. Dude, check this out. Check this out. No parking anytime. Watch. That was close. Hey, do you mind if we like get some buckets of water and some soap and we start washing the outside with me? It's 4:46. We got like 15 minutes. Josh, Hannah, and Christian are heading up to the lodge right now.
Did you guys see?
Hold it. What is this? Hold it right there so I can.
Moon shoes.
Thank you, dude. Alright, it's like an hour later, and we're in the same position that we were last time I made a video. So it begins. Marcy Dam, about 2 miles.
Last minute adjustments here before we start.
That's where we're headed. 5.1 miles away, Mount Marcy. Let's do it.
Keep that rhythm.
Alright, so we were able to skate by with micro spikes up until this point, but we're getting now into a pretty soft trail. So we got the snowshoes on. I was on a tour bus outside of Juneau, Alaska. And the tour guide pointed out these things on the tree leaves, and he told us that it was called old man's beard. And it's basically just this white, fluffy, like hair looking thing. And he said that it's unique to locations that have extremely pure air. And we've seen tons of it on this trail so far.
Feeling like a soft-lit pretty boy right about now.
It's gonna be the second video of mine where you've been putting on chapstick and said something about being a pretty boy.
Sorry, I had to be a little pretty boy and put on my lip grease.
I think I might vomit at the summit, but that's okay.
Once you get to the summit, it's all downhill from there.
Yeah, baby.
Looks like we're supposed to get only 9.1 inches now tonight. Heavy snow, 35-mile-an-hour wind. But right now, it's gonna feel like 7 degrees at the summit. No snow. We're looking pretty good. There she is. Check out the depth of the snow here. That's 3 feet.
Brother.
Excellent view of the ridgeline.
And you don't know how really like lucky we are for this type of day, a bluebird day on this mountain.
Right.
Like these are very far and few between.
Yeah.
Like, this is a perfect summit day.
It's definitely the steepest part so far.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, by a mile. There's our boy. Woo! We had to leave Joshua. He wanted us to go on the last half mile without him. He just said he wasn't feeling too great. He said he wasn't gonna feel any better if he made the final push.
Yeah, but Devin, don't stop.
Now that we made it. It's incredible. Marcy is no joke. Alright, so here's what's happening right now, because I haven't made a video since the summit. At the summit, my GoPro died because of the cold. So I decided not to take any video of the descent. So here I am just back at the trailhead. It's dark now, it's 6:12 p.m. I went ahead of Christian and Joshua just to try and get to the van so that I could drive it from where it was parked a mile away from the trailhead to the trailhead, just so I could save them like a mile of walking. So Joshua and Christian are together and I'm waiting for them at the trailhead. But it is over an hour since I got back. So I'm hoping that they show up soon. I forgot to say one other thing. When I got to the trailhead, there was a guy sitting right outside of the information center. And I'm like, hey, you don't happen to be leaving the lodge here any time, do you? And he's like, oh yeah, I'm leaving in like 5 minutes. So I'm like, listen, I hate to even ask this in the first place, but can you give me a ride to the trailhead? It's like a mile down the road. And he's like, absolutely, man, of course. And dude is so nice the whole time. We're hitting it off. His name was Riz, like R-I-Z-Z. Gave me a local IPA. He was doing me a favor and he gave me a beer. It was a super nice dude. So shout out to Riz. I doubt you'll see this video, but hope you end up getting the rest of your 46 peaks, man. Great meeting you. We're gonna get some Mexican food and showers.
Margarita.
Oh, you guys want, whatever you guys want, that's fine. Please.
You mean it, Dad?
Yes, I do.
Oh man.
I'm happy to pay for it.
This is wild, dude. Just like 10 minutes ago, this street was completely clear. The volume of snow that they get in such a little time.
We're on top.
Sometimes you just take what you can get, you know? It's supposed to get snow tonight, so we figured this is probably one of the safest places to be. We wouldn't get snowed in. Plow is probably gonna come by and do this in the morning, so. Well, the van stalled out on us. We got quite a ways though. We moved from right there to right here. So we're making progress at least. I think it's flooded. We're just gonna give it some time and try it again. All right, round two, let's give her a try. You know, it was a cold start, so like I did the normal thing, the choke was on, and it starts up, but it was like, it didn't feel like the choke was fully open. Pull out of my spot, the engine stalls immediately. It doesn't feel like it's getting fuel.
Are the fuel pumps clicking?
So yes, the fuel pumps are working, I can prime the lines, but I noticed that when I pulled off the air filter, the choke was fully closed still. Okay, so I can open the choke manually. The only way to check the wire for the choke is if we pull a doghouse, and I'm absolutely not going to do that unless I have to.
We're so close. I like the smell of raw gasoline.
Are you here to help? You gonna help us? You gonna help us fix our van?
This is a young mechanic from Ford dealership.
Look at this TikTok. Why are they all coming over here?
Oh, he's got two honeys. He's got two honeys.
All right, it's like 3 hours later. I've come to the conclusion that we just flooded the thing and that we got to let it air out. We're going to give it more than an hour this time to do that. Last time we only gave it 30 minutes. We're going to go, in the meantime, across the street, grab some starting fluid, just in case that doesn't work out. We got a peach tea and starting fluid. We're going to mix them up.
Oh, jumper cable, 4 hours later. And she's going for now.
She was flooded. She was real flooded. Real, look at the exhaust, the plumes of exhaust. Oh my god.
We did it, man.
The woman in this grocery store was one of the first people to help us out, and then she let us borrow her jumper cables and a jumper box. So I'm just gonna go inside and thank her before we leave. She was in a meeting, but I gave it to another employee and he said he was gonna leave a note for her.
No hesitation.
Never left me stranded.
No hesitation.
Now I can't say that actually. It was 10,000 miles and this is the first time I actually got stranded somewhere.
Make you feel.
Never needed a tow. As I'm sure you could tell, things didn't really go as planned today. We were very late hitting the road, and our original plan was to go to Watkins Glen.
Instead, we get to enjoy the sweet butter biscuit, some gravy and mashed potatoes at the Cracker Barrel.
Cracking open the Paradox Brewery IPA. Thank you, Riz.
Not a sponsor.
You want to make sure you're keeping the pegs as close together as possible.
Come on. See, I just turned the vent on this, and it just started spinning. So we just got some Chipotle, and we did some calculation. We used 141 gallons. We spent $482. The average price of gas was about $3.40. And we traveled over 1,200 miles. Overall, that's like 8.5 mpg.
Start calling this thing the Green Machine.
The Green Machine. I guess this is goodbye, huh? Or maybe it's just a see you later. That's it. That's the video we'll use for the end. That's it right there.